Hi, we'll be exploring the concept of automated deployment of OpenShift on bare metal by the Red Hat Advanced Cluster Management for Kubernetes, otherwise known as ACM. Due to the resource constraint, the demo will make use of a RHEL 9 bare metal KVM host and an external hub cluster that is running the ACM. We have set up three identical VMs on the KVM host and will use these VMs to deploy an OpenShift compact cluster. OpenStack Sushy is a Python library that is used to communicate with Redfish-based systems. We will use it to simulate the KVM VMs as bare metal nodes, which can be controlled with Redfish API. In this way, we can make use of the ACM to automate the deployment of compact OpenShift cluster using the VMs, as they will be treated as bare metal nodes by ACM. Do note that the demo is mainly done from the ACM user interface and can be further refined and automated using GitOps and zero-touch provisioning approach. We will proceed to the demo next. This is the KVM host for our demo. There are various storage devices on the KVM host. And this is the list of network interfaces as well as bridges with defined subnets on the KVM host. The list of virtual machines. We have three virtual machines that have been defined to form the OpenShift compact clusters. What will happen in this case is that they will act as bare metal hosts, where we will bootstrap using the Red Hat Advanced Cluster Manager to form the cluster. Each of them is identical in terms of definition on the KVM host, with a dedicated set of network interfaces as well as hard disk storage, 64 GB RAM, 16 vCPU, 240 GB OS disk. Everything has been defined. This is the screen of the Red Hat Advanced Cluster Manager. No bare metal host defined yet. We will create a cluster using host inventory in standalone mode. Define the cluster name, base domain, OpenShift version, review and save. We will proceed to add the host with BMC form. So this is for master 0. We'll leverage on Redfish to do the bootstrap. We are using Sushy, which is a Python library for communicating with Redfish-based systems supported by the OpenStack Ironic project. We will need to get the endpoint that is needed based on the UUID and pass it as part of the deployment. MAC address, we'll get it from BR1. The username and password as well for authentication. We'll do the same steps for the rest of the host. In this case, we are doing it for master 1 after having done it for master 0. Get the MAC address for the machine. We'll do it for the last host, master 2. Get the MAC address as well. Username, password. we should see that the machine starts to boot up by itself as triggered by the Advanced Cluster Manager. The last one that we have defined will be starting as well, as we can see here. So all three hosts has been booted up. We should start to see them show up in this screen. You can see as well that the host is being provisioned. So this is master 0. We'll give it auto assigned. It is going to assume both the worker as well as master role because it's a compact cluster that we are setting up. You can see all the host details as well. So let's just check through. You can see that the NTP status of master 1 is not done yet in terms of syncing. So it's still checking, ensuring that NTP is reachable. In this case, it's finally synced, after which we will be able to proceed with the rest of the deployment. So we'll fill in other information like the API IP and the ingress IP addresses for this subnet that we are using for the master machine sider. We use advanced networking to define other information like the cluster network sider and the service network sider. There is no proxy, and we will define the public key as well. Then we'll start to proceed with the deployment of the cluster. As we can see over here, it's starting to do the deployment. We can look at all the cluster events from the logs. So we just have to wait for the whole installation process to proceed at this point in time. All nodes are ready for deployment, with master 1 being assigned as the bootstrap node. Writing image to disk. Now we can see that all the nodes are installed, and we just have to wait for the whole installation to complete, after which we will get the link to the web console as well as the username and password to access the cluster. We're just going to copy the password and use it to access the cluster. As you can see, the cluster is being deployed. Everything runs smooth, no problem at all. Very simple deployment using the Red Hat Advanced Cluster Manager. Do note that while we have made use of the Advanced Cluster Manager UI to perform the deployment, all these steps can be automated using GitOps approach. Thank you for watching.